Welcome to Physics 101. This is the online section of Physics 101. I want to give you an orientation to the course and go over the syllabus and what have you, and then there will be a short quiz on this. So first of all, you want to start on the Moodle page, go to Navigation, My Courses, and then you go to Physics 101 WWP. Now you should have this website, and if you do not, you need to contact me as soon as possible. So here, there's not a whole lot just yet, though your grades will be listed here and the course website, and I'll post announcements which will come to you from through email, but then you'll also be able to find those announcements on the news forum. Well, let's go to the course website right now. You click on this link. I sent this website out to y'all on email, but if you haven't had it, it's linked from Moodle. Several things here. First, the office hours. These are my office hours. If I'm not in class, I'm generally available unless I'm off campus. So many or most of you are on campus, so if you need help with this course, the best way to do that is by coming to my office. But if we need to set up something online through whatever way we need to, we'll take care of it. Just shoot me an email. So the blue here are office hours, but you can also catch me in the white. The yellow, I'm generally not available. So it's our office hours. Here's the syllabus. I'm going to let you read through most of this. There are a few things here. First of all, the workbook, which you can find right here. It's on Amazon. It's linked from the syllabus. This is going to be nice for you as you go through the notes in the class and working through the homework and the old test, because it's all contained within this workbook. So students have found this very useful in just collecting all the information and preparing for exams and what have you. So I would really recommend that you purchase this. It's not that expensive. There's the website. These are our outcome objectives. I'll let you read that on your own. Drop date is the 30th of October this fall. Now, for grading for your test, this is a WWP class. That means that it's online, but it has proctored exams. So you will take exams for this class. These are the dates for the exams. They're always on Friday at 1:30, except for the final, which is going to be Friday, 5 December at 3:30. These are the dates. You should mark those down in your calendar and set them aside for the exam. You shouldn't have any other classes at this time because of the way we're doing our Fridays at Nichols now. So that is your first option for taking the exam, is you take them on the date and time below, and I'll give you a room a few days beforehand in Beauregard Hall, and I'll send that room prior to the exam. There are a couple other options. You can take the exam in my office during office hours. Now, if you choose this, like if you can't make this time or it's just not convenient for you or whatever, if you choose this, you must take the exam in the 2 working days prior to the exam date or on the exam date. For example, if you can't make this 31st of October, then you must either take it on Wednesday or Thursday. Those are the 2 working days prior to the exam, or on Friday at some other time. All right. You also must contact me at least 3 days in advance to schedule the exam. I would look at my office hours, so please look at my office hours and find a time that will work for you and for me that I'm not in class. And I'll try to be very flexible. So anytime I'm not in class, just use those times as suggestions. And reserve a day and a time in order to take the exam. Now, you will need an hour and 20 minutes to take the exam. An hour and 20 minutes. The third option is to take the exam in an approved testing center. This is mostly for people that are off campus, out of Thibodaux. And if you do this, you'll need to find an approved testing center. Here's a list at some universities. If you live near a university, they almost always have a testing center. There might be a small fee involved with that. So you need to contact me soon if you intend to take the exam at an approved testing center so that we can make appropriate arrangements. Right, so you will have 4 exams and a final, and they are all proctored. For the first exam, please bring your ID, so your Colonel card or some other ID. Now, each chapter I have a homework assignment. I don't take up the homework. I don't grade it. I give you the solutions. It's intended to be practice. I'll show you that in just a bit, though it's also in your workbook. You also have participation credit. That comes from online quizzes that you'll take in the class, and I'll show you that. That's linked from the website. You'll have at least 2 days to complete the quizzes, but almost always I give you a lot more than that, like almost a full week. Now, let's get to the grading. There are a total of 600 points. You have 4 exams, so that's 400 points. The final, which is cumulative, is 150 points, and then there's 50 points of class participation. You add all those up, divide by 600, and that's your average. All right? 4 exams, a final, and class participation all add up to 600. We take typical A, B, C, D, F. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, and on and on. I round off, so 89.4 is a B, 89.5 is an A, and actually I round off to 2 decimal places. So that is the syllabus. There's also an addendum here. I'll leave that to look at on your own. It has things that we do in case of an emergency, like a hurricane, for example. This class is largely going to be unaffected by hurricanes unless it falls on an exam date. And then also, if you have a learning disability, I'm here to help you, and I'm here to accommodate you in whatever way I can. And of course, the university has excellent resources for accommodating you as well. I will work with you in many, many different ways. Here's advice on how to make an A. These were students that made A's in previous years. Typically what they say is come to class, or in your case, make sure that you keep up with the online lectures. And these online lectures are very similar to the actual class. They also say to do the homework, work through the old exams, and work through the concept test. Now these are the questions that will be in the online quizzes, which I'll show you in just a bit. But you can read through and find out what you need to do to make an A. If you wish to get honors credit, let me know. I don't have it up here right now, but I have a list of possible projects that you can pursue, and I'll see what kind of interest we get. But if you wish to do honors credit, let me know, and I have some ideas, or if you have an idea for an extra project in the class to achieve honors credit, then please let me know. The grade calculator is not up yet, but I'll have it up sometime later in the semester. We don't really need it right now. Here's a link for the course textbook, or the workbook, that you can use to take notes. This is going to be, we'll have concept tests, or these multiple choice questions, and I'll post them here. They'll have after we take them on the quiz, I'll post the actual test here, and it'll have the answers as well as a brief explanation of the answers. They make for a nice way to study for the exams. Here you can download just the questions for the concept test. This is more for the in-class section. You already have this on the online quizzes. Now, for the online quizzes, what you have here, I need to adjust these dates. These dates are not valid, but what you'll need to do is you'll take all these various quizzes. So, for example, this is the quiz on student introductions, and just a few questions about the syllabus and just sort of things about me and what have you. There will be 2 links here to screencasts. All right, where, like this video, for example, you can watch it, you can take notes, and if you need to revisit them, you can revisit them. Now, with the quizzes, let's just pull up this quiz. You can open up this quiz, you can look at it, you can print it out, you can do whatever you want. You can also submit answers as many times as you want. If you submit more than once, I will only take your most recent submission. All right, so I order them by time, and I get rid of all the old ones. So if you mess up once, just go back and redo it and put in your answers. Or if you wake up in the middle of the night and you realize you got an answer wrong, then just go back, redo it, and submit a new submission. I will only take the newest submission. You can look at it before you do your notes. You can look at it before you do the online lectures. It's really just to keep you up to date on where you are in the class and to help you along as you go through the notes and the examples that we do in the online screencast. All right, so these quizzes are meant to help you. They're not meant to hurt you. And, you know, typically most people, if they actually attempt the quizzes, will get the full 50 points. I always have a handful of people that don't get the full 50 points. They might get anywhere from 25 to 45 points. But if you just keep up with them and just do them, you're guaranteed to get the full 50 points. Now, with these online quizzes, each question is worth a certain amount. It's something like 0.14 points or something like that. The way that I determine the total number of points for that question is I say, if you answer all of the questions, you answer every single question, and you get half of them wrong, then you'll get the full 50 points for class participation. Now, something I haven't told you is that when you get a question right, you get double points. So a question is worth, let's say, 0.14 points. That's if you get it wrong. But if you get it right, it's worth 0.28 points. Right. So there's an incentive to get the answers correct, and you can use whatever resource you want. But even if you get them wrong, they still count towards your class participation. And even if you get half of them wrong, you're still going to get the full 50 points. Class participation is meant to help you. It counts for a little under 10% of your grade, which, by the way, is a letter grade. If you don't do it at all, it'll drop you almost a full letter grade. but meant to help you, not hurt you. And I meant to help you to sort of shepherd you into going through the class. I will update these dates, and you'll just follow the dates as you go along. Okay, so those are the online quizzes. Let's see, there's an equation sheet here. It won't impact you until like the third or fourth exam. You won't see this for a while. Let's see, old exams are a nice resource. You can go here and you can look at all the exams that I have ever given, ever. Fall 2013 isn't up here yet, but I will put it up soon. You can click on here. You'll find in this class all the exams will be multiple choice. Get an idea for the types of questions that I'll ask. They won't be the same questions. I rewrite new exams every year, but you know, they're going to be similar because we're covering the same material. You can also find video links. I'm not going to click on this because I'll have to pause the video and it's a whole issue. But if you click on this video link, you'll pull up a YouTube screen that'll have just me working through the old exam. I give all the solutions, the answers, and how I work through them. It's just a video with me voice overlay. Not really exciting, but it can be helpful for you in the class. Similarly, in the homework, if you go here, you can download the homework questions on the PowerPoint. Now, this is also in your workbook, okay? But if you want to print it out or whatever, you can do that here. And then you can also find them on YouTube. If you click on the YouTube link, these are all the chapter 1 through 10 homework problems. We might get to chapter 11 this year. I'm really going to push to get through to chapter 11 this year. So let's see. So that's the homework. As I said already, I do not take up homework. I do not grade it. It's meant for you to practice. The old tests are also good practice as well. All right. Here are the screencasts. These are just all the videos for the class. Now over here, I don't require a textbook, but if you want a textbook, I can recommend some good ones. If some people just like textbooks and they like to read them, and you might find that helpful for this class. Now I have some options here that are free, the best of which is this OpenStax textbook. This is a textbook that's put out by Rice University. It's a refereed textbook. It's just as good as anything that you would pay $200 for in the bookstore. But it's a free and online book. You can purchase a printed version, and it has lots of practice problems, lots of examples, lots of homework problems, nice explanations of the material. So if you feel like you just want a textbook, I think this is the place to go. There are a few others. These are all various online textbooks and help sessions and what have you. I'll give you a chance to look at this your own. Now, if you want to find another textbook, there are lots of good ones. You can go to Amazon, and a good one is Stairway Physics. And you want to look for like college physics, something like this. College physics, not physics for scientists and engineers. But you can find some older versions that are not very expensive, $20 to $30. So if you wish to purchase a textbook, please just let me know and I'll help you find an appropriate one. Alright, that is it for the course right now. Now I'll be sending out an email and I'll be posting the dates for the first quiz, which is just going to be over the syllabus, and then also the introductions, which you should watch. And then pretty soon you're going to have a quiz on the first chapter, so you should already be starting on chapter 1.